Oh, and running again? Hard to tell. Looks like it. Good. Alright. So that's good. Welcome back, everyone. Dealing with weird lighting issues. I think I want to pull that down a bit. There we go. That's right. It is time once again. Move the camera over for Drawing Inward. That's right. It's been a little while, but I thought I would return to Drawing Inward and drawing in 2019 with a comic project. So yeah, some kind of comic book-esque thing. And I don't really know what I'm going to do, and that's actually what this episode is going to be about. I want to spend some time drawing out concepts and planning out some of the comic, and then we'll actually get to drawing actual panels and roughing things out in later episodes. But I want to spend a little bit more time on eyes, as we mentioned before, and kind of get some stuff nailed down. So I have various ideas for characters and ideas for plot, and we're going to go through some of that here. So I mentioned eyes. Let me just go ahead and do some eyes here. I wanted to work with this character's eyes. I kind of liked that. It's actually more of a curve, isn't it? Very slight curve. Tendency not to do curves very closely. And then that very... Oh, actually, that goes way down. Strong curve. It's a very oval shape. Interesting. We have our little jelly bean there for the eye reflection. And it just kind of goes like this. Kind of like this. A bit of that pupil so visible down there. And then our big old eyebrows. Don't know if I do the eyebrows quite that big. That's pretty nice. Okay, let's fix this curve here, which is obviously a bit off. But yeah, that's pretty good. All right, let's play around a bit. Again, this is just playing. Now that I've got a bit of an idea, let's start with a nice heavy pen. It's interesting that I'm, yeah. That's a pretty thick pen. Oh, that's right. I was using the other pen for this stuff. Let's do that. Let's see here. Where is it? There it is. Gives me some nice thick lines there, along with a little bit of control. That's right. And that's still delicate. And this is sort of practice. That's okay. The other side's gray, I think, so I can't really use that. Okay. And we want this very careful curve. All right. do have this tendency to kind of wiggle myself as I do that, which is a little annoying. Like it shouldn't wiggle. Fill in. Trying to be careful. This is the interesting bit where I try not to mess up too badly. It's easy to get a little overzealous, I find, and end up going outside of this nice crisp line you've come up with, at which point you have a, perhaps in Bob Ross's estimation, happy little accident, but I have a tough time recovering from those, personally. We have much thicker eyebrows. Let's try thicker eyebrows. I don't really want to get much thicker, actually, personally. Again, not trying to really copy this panel as much as play around with this eye style. Same thing with these really big eyebrows. Really just want decently sized eyebrows. Like that, maybe. We'll do our little nose. And let's see if I can do, not easily, I can do that curved smile. Not terrible. Okay. So I kind of like that. Whoops. What did I just do? That's the wrong one. Make sure it's dry. And then we'll go ahead and erase. Yeah, I'm not displeased with that. Let me ink in a few of these little white dots in the eye. And I'm going to go ahead and just sort of round off some of these bits of the jelly bean there. Okay. Interesting. Let's play around a bit more. So YKK isn't quite right for me, I don't think. We played out with Monster, not my thing. Same thing with Oh My Goddess. Like, I like the art style in Oh My Goddess, don't get me wrong. But just the general, visual approach of those. Let me see if I can get a good example. So here's a girl from Oh My Goddess. Again, I like that, but just not really my style, I don't think. So I'm gonna decide whether I want to figure out faces or bodies first. Let's just keep on playing around. So I know I want some. So we're going to have a couple different characters. The plot is going to be for a story I've had for some time called The Road to West Haven. This is the story of a group, two travelers who come across a caravan that's been under attack by ninja of some kind, and the travelers manage to fight off these ninja, and the only two survivors are this young girl, about 10 years old maybe, who was being transported in this caravan, and this like teenage girl guard of hers, who was not able to really fend off or do much to protect this girl, and feels bad about it. And she's an apprentice guard, or an apprentice bodyguard, basically. And so she feels bad for having failed so much, even though the fact that her mentors, didn't really were fully aware of the fact that she was completely out of her depth, right? So she wants to feel like she's a full-scale bodyguard, but she's just not experienced enough yet, but she doesn't quite see that, right? So these four end up traveling together. The two travelers and the bodyguard, and the girl, and of course they get attacked by more and more of these enemies until eventually they get to West Haven, which is where the girl was going. And the implication is that somebody's trying to stop the girl from getting there. And I've been playing around with some ideas for the world and the character. So one of the things is that we've got the bodyguard girl, who I want to be a pure sort of melee fighter. And I want her to be reasonably skilled for an advanced apprentice. So she can kind of hold her own. She can certainly do better than the average person in a street fight, for example. But against skilled assassins, she's just not going to be able to do much. The travelers, I want to have them be, one of them be a mage, a magic user of some kind. And in this world, magic users always have familiars, who are animals. So I don't think the animal will be the other traveling companion, although it might. That's an interesting idea. So, let's play around a little bit. I need to grab a book. I actually just bought a new set of How to Draw Manga books, very conveniently. The How to Draw Manga female characters I cannot show much of because there's a lot of girls in their underwear and less in that book, understandably. Illustrating battles, and then male characters. So I want our male character, let me just make sure. I think they're pretty good about making sure that the characters are, yeah, they're all Ken doll anatomy. Just do a quick check here through. Make sure there are no surprises. Yeah, there are some buttocks. But it looks like that's as far as it goes. Hair, different angles. Yep. Underwear, different outfits. Good. Okay, I think we're good. So, I want a character, and I'm using this so I can get sort of a pose idea. Yeah, I want a pose kind of like this. Need some post-it notes here. 1 second. Again, I'm just trying to make sure that YouTube doesn't get upset with me. Oh, these are kind of thin. 1 second. One more. That should be enough. Okay, so I think this is the general pose I'm looking for the character. And I need to figure out clothing. He seems awfully tall in the leg. See that? Just a little more. In fact, of course, you're getting it slightly. It's more like that, given the camera angle. Yeah, that's closer to the actual length. It's a bit absurd. So let's try try a quick pose, and I'll see if I can figure out an outfit for a fantasy spellcaster. I'm not quite sure. So we'll start with head. Again, just to get a rough idea. Neck. Shoulder. Arm. Chest. Kind of doing that. Bicep. Just needs to go out more. That works pretty well. 2 hands. We will have this go in. So I'm just trying to get a rough body shape here. Just to get kind of a pose going. And then the thigh is going to come down like this. And then in like that. Kind of down to there. Okay. Let's adjust this line. Just going to make that go more like that. Down to a knee. That's better. Still feels like awfully long legs. I'm going to take those down to about there. And then we're going to do feet. Something like that. Okay. So again, just kind of getting an idea. I don't know if you can see that at all. Helps if it's focused. Let me just try something real quick. I'm going to fiddle with the camera settings a little and just see if we can do a high contrast thing. See if that makes any, or low contrast. Nope. Brightness. Nope. Saturation's not going to help. Sharpness. White balance, perhaps. No, it's auto white balancing. Well, let's see. Yeah, it doesn't help. Oh. Give it a minute. It should figure itself out in a minute. Wow, that's annoying. Huh. There. Just needed a face to see. I can't adjust gain. Oh, I can adjust gain. But it doesn't really do anything in this case. Okay, fair enough. Backlight comp. Oh. On or off. Nope, no real help there. Well, an exposure thing. Whoa. Yeah, no, that's not really helpful. Pan tilt. No, that's interesting actually. Wait a minute. I can pan and tilt? Doesn't seem to be. Not doing anything. Okay. Worth a try, but it's fair enough. So, first off, let's give him a little less of a butt. And we know his arm's going to be sort of hanging down like this. And then we'll have his hand there. And I'm just not thrilled with... Okay. He needs to have more of an arm. And then that, oh, it needs to do that. Sort of do that into the hand, the knuckle. Yeah. Okay, point being, we need clothes. Do I want something... Thinking of something kind of wrapping around like this. And wow, what is the deal here? Sorry. Wow. Sorry, it's just decided to be really, really funky with white balance. So adjust it to there, then back down. Okay, that seems a little better. Weird. Okay. Anyway, wonder if the light thing would make it easier for you guys to see this. I put this under the light panel and plug that in. Can you see that at all? And then we'll brighten it up. Does that help? You definitely see. Doesn't seem to really be much. That's at maximum brightness. Nope. Yeah, that's a little better. No, well. It doesn't work. It's very helpful for animating, but not in this case. Alright, so going back to our thing. I feel like I'm just all over the place today. So I feel like I want some kind of piece of clothing that comes around like this. Maybe something kind of vesty. Okay. That's kind of nice. And then maybe it wraps around like that. I kind of like that. I'll probably hang down a little lower than like his belly button. Well, maybe not. And then maybe like an undershirt or an under wrapping down to, do I want like regular old pants? Do I want like a kilt, kirtle? Do I want... Kind of interesting if you got sort of an under wrapping. And then that kind of goes down here, and then you've got maybe some kind of like a loincloth thing almost over that. So like a some kind of cloth like this, but then you've got these same strips wrapped around down to some point on the body. Something like that, maybe. Not bad. And of course, the idea here is that he's got a little, maybe a bird of some kind on his shoulder. I don't know. I'm just drawing random stuff here. Okay. Yeah, not sure. The bandage wrapping things feel like they'll be a bit too much to draw. Let's try another version of him. Give him a neck. Give him shoulders. give him an arm and a chest. That's feeling a little better. And we're actually gonna go ahead and give him his butt and then his legs, although they shouldn't be quite that, like that. Nope. Then this is a more or less straight line down, I think. And then down to there. Whoa, what am I doing? I'm getting all messed up here. Certainly not feeling very confident about doing this comic with all this rigmarole, all this craziness. But okay, and then this is going to come like this, and then down like this, and like this, and like this, and we'll have a fist here, basically. Okay, not too bad. So I definitely like the vest coming down to here, being sort of vaguely Star Trek, Klingon, or Romulan something here. And then that comes down around like that. And the shirt also does this. And then it would hang kind of like that. Let's try a longer version. It comes like that. All right. And then, again, I kind of want something interesting here. We just do pants? Pants seem kind of dull. Do I want shorts? Shorts are not crazy. Again, I can kind of go anywhere I want with the clothing here. The environment's going to be pretty crazy. I have a variety of pieces of environments to choose from, so I can go anywhere. I don't like that. Okay. No, I don't think I want a skirt either. Like that. Or even just like a flappy thing. Men are definitely limited when it comes to clothing. Maybe we'll do something. Maybe we'll do something down here. Let's just try. Something roughly pant-like. Not bad. I can live with that. Yeah, I can live with that. So I think we've got something, again, sort of vaguely pants-like. Held up by a belt of some kind, and we'll just kind of get a sense of the belt. I think the vest will kind of hang down below the belt. Yeah, that works. Yeah. And then we'll have his bird here. I think it's going to be a bird. Okay, that's that. It'll have crazy tail feathers Because why have an anime bird without crazy, something crazy going on there? Something like that. Okay. Yeah, I'm not displeased with that. So sort of a sleeveless vest. I'm gonna have it kind of flare a little bit. It'll be relatively form-fitting. I think it's a pretty good outfit for that character. Okay. So there's our mage. My question is, I wanted the two travelers to be able to kind of talk back and forth. Can the bird speak? I'm not sure. I have to think about that. Okay. Let's think about the guardian girl. And now we got to figure out, do we have any poses? I'm looking for just sort of guarding poses as opposed to poses in the middle of a fight. This also has some stuff I can't necessarily show on YouTube, unfortunately. That's not bad. Yeah. Various strangleholds. Let's see. Yep, various other holds. Nice. Here's some cool art. Yeah, that's pretty awesome. But I think that's not going to work too well. Let me see if I can't do. Let's just see what I can do with female characters. Again, I got to hold this off camera for a second. Looking for a image of a girl that's not completely nude. Again, I get it. I understand why you do that, but not so much. Okay. Well, that's a little annoying. So, let me just flip through this one more time. There's got to be again, just like a character guarding kind of thing. The classic, thing. You've got various things, and I want it to be a female character if possible. And then get an idea of outfit. Slaps, punches, kicks to various parts of the body, always good. Okay, here we're having more dynamism, we're having actual fight stuff. Throwing. Dang, okay. So, let's just go with a head. Out to shoulders. We'll put one arm out like this, and then coming back in while the other sort of hangs down. Give her more of an hourglass shape. And then do our legs. Okay. Again, not wonderful. I completely understand that. Perhaps I'm biting off way more than I can chew. I'm willing to admit that. But let's give it a try, see how far we get. Okay, I think she needs more of an hourglass shape. Even more so than that. All right, so we got an idea. All right, so what's she wearing? Again, I think fairly form-fitting, but not tight, as if it's a guard-type character. So we're gonna have something kind of like this. I think it'll be fairly similar to what the other guy's wearing. Perhaps it will have. Do we have sleeves here? I think we have sleeves. So we'll do. Sleeves down to about there. Don't know why, but I just kind of like that idea. And then we're going to have just sort of a shirt, like a t-shirt, hanging down. Do we want it to do that or not? I don't know. Seems to be a t-shirt would be a little, it would be fairly concealing though. Yeah, if you're going to fight, you want something. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to make these large sleeves. Which you can already kind of see there. So they're big pocketed sleeves. You can you have a good range of movement in them. And then that's going to come down to tuck in to a belt around. It's going to be a skirt. Yeah, I think you can do maybe a knee-length skirt, maybe. But make it very pleated. Would you have pleated? Well, maybe you would. So there's that kind of pleated skirt. I don't know. And then we have her legs come down to her feet. I cannot draw feet, but that's okay. I don't know. I kind of feel like I need to practice more. Like I really need to just do a bunch of fan art. Maybe that's what I'll do. Maybe over the next couple of weeks or months, I'll do a bunch of fan art drawings of various anime characters. Kind of get on my feet. I feel like this hiatus has been just awfully long, and I need to do a bunch of drawing to fix that. And actually, it would not be a bad idea to have, you know, a portfolio of fan art to start off with. And maybe what I'll do is I will take an existing, like page of a comic, try to copy it, and then try to do my own version of that character from a different angle. So copy a comic page, not tracing, but copying, and then an original piece essentially with that character. That might be worth trying out. I kind of like that actually. Yeah, so that's gonna be the plan. I still want to play around with this concept. I'm just not really thrilled with what I have so far. I just don't think it's kind of coming together right. In terms of the character and the art and so forth. So, such is life. Again, I think I should not have started here. I think I should have started with some more practice before I started jumping into designing characters. Fair enough. All right, so Next week, we will be doing some fan art stuff. I will find some various things. I'll probably start with Koi Country Cafe, Yokohama Kaidashi Kiko, because I just love that manga, and find some pics and go there. So, not a really great drawing inward this week, but such is life. It's actually been a really tiring day. So, fair enough. And we will get back to this next week with something a little bit more thoughtfully put together. So, fair enough. Thanks for following along anyway, and I will see you next week. Until then, keep drawing.